Hello, welcome back to another lesson. Today we are going to learn how to make this beautiful Gucci beaded purse or clutch from scratch. I know you are going to love it. And so this is how it looks when you have your money or whatever you would love to have here. They would be secured. I don't have money with me at the moment, so supposing this is money, I made this purposely for money, phone, and then keys. So supposing this is my money, your sister doesn't have money, so if this is money, I have it here. My phone also will go in. And these beautiful keychains, I have the video, so I'll be posting them any moment soon. So supposing these are my keys, I would also put them here. If you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe to be a part of this wonderful family for me. So everything will be in like this. Is it not beautiful? You can easily make yours. So go and get the materials and start making your own. But if for a reason you cannot, contact me on the number in the description box and I will make one for you no matter where you are. If today is your first time coming here, God richly bless you. Subscribe to be a part of this wonderful family. And to the loyal fans, those who come every now and then to watch my videos, I am not taking your support for granted. God richly bless each one of you. I know you are going to make a living out of this if you have the passion for it. Let's go into the lesson now to see how I created this. I have already made this mat and I will leave the dimension in the description box. For me, making this can take about 5 or 6 hours, and you know the length of my videos too, so I have made this offline. Nonetheless, I'm going to make the cover or the top. I'm going to show you how I'm going to make that, and how I am going to make that is the same way that you can also make this. So for the materials, I have here my peach acrylic beads, and I will use the green and red from this one, and then I will also be using 0.7 of the fishing line, 0.7 mm of the fishing line, and of course this is going to be my scissors for cutting. I would also use this bag hook. To start with, I have picked 4 beads, so I'll push 3 down. I'll pass the left cord through it to have something like this, and to maximize the cord, I will make sure that the 2 ends would meet. Then I'll push the 4th one down like this. This one we are not going to knot it because the holes are very small. Then the next thing, we are going to pick 3 beads. Stretch your hands like this to have it secure, like I have here. If you are a beginner, it might be loose, but with constant practicing and effort, you will get it right. To make something like this, you have to start with this side first before you come here. So over here, the length is 22.3 centimeters. That is the total length, 22.3 centimeters. And so I made this one 9 centimeters, and then the other half is also 9 centimeters. So these 2 sides must be equal. Then you fix this one in. So if you want it small, it's just a matter of reducing it. If you want it big, you expand it. So that is the only difference. So we are going to pick 3 beads again, and this time round we will cross in a green bead. Then we will pick 3 green beads again and cross, coming to turn to the left. So the right is going to pick 3 beads, and the left will cross the last one. This pattern is the same as what I have here. So over here I have 2 red, 2 green, and 2 red, so that when you put it on top, it is going to be the same. This side is going to be peach, this red, and then green, and the rest will follow. So we are going to pick 3 again with the right to make another 10. So we will cross through the last one. Then the left will enter the next red bead. The right is going to pick 2 red beads. So if you have been observing beading, it follows a particular sequence. The principle is the same, just that sometimes the technique changes. So I'll enter this red and then add 2 with my right, sorry. So I'm going to do these offline. When I get here, I'll come so that we continue. When you get here, you enter the last bead with your left, and then you turn it for the left to now be your right. Remember, you always pick the beads with your right. That is if you are right-handed. So I'm going to turn it like this. So the left is now my right, and with that I am going to pick 2 beads. So again with this one, I'm going to pick 3 beads. Then I'll continue with the entering 1, adding 2, entering 1, adding 2. So you are going to repeat these steps to build the body to whatever length you want. So in the course of beading, if the thread becomes short, don't tie it, but rather this is how you go about it. I'll enter a bead like this and then pick 2. If I pick the 2 like this, I'm not going to cross, but I'll enter this bead. I'll cross in this bead instead, where the other thread is. That is where I would bring it, to have something like this. And then the thread, I'll pass it through the rest of the work here haphazardly or rough. I will not put it straight, and after that I'll come here and repeat the same thing. Look at how it is. And to start a new one, you put the new thread in this bead and then into this other bead here. Then you continue working. When I make this, my emphasis is on money and phone, and so I make sure that the size can take a phone or 2. That notwithstanding, if a customer gives you a specific size, you have to go by that. Now that I have this, I will look for the center. Obviously, I know that the center is this green. In between these 2 greens, this one is the center. and I'm going to fix this one, the hook. This is how they look like. So I'm going to put this one here. I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then put it in like this. So this is how it's going to look. Then I'll close it up a bit. Then I'll put this on it, and then with the plier I'll close it like this. Then I'll do the same thing here. It is not difficult. So it is secured now. I'll fold it again and then put this one on. So I'll put this one on, and then again look for the center. I am going to fix it like this. This is going inside. This one was outside, but this one is, the other half is going inside. Then I'll put the metal on top and again push it down. The hook, there's another type that you sew. So in my next project I'm going to use that. So this is how it looks. One is facing up, the right side is facing up, and then the opposite is facing up at the other side. The next stage, you cut a new fishing line, not too long. We are going to close this side, so I'll do this with you and do the other side off camera. So you put one end in these 3 beads. Again, you make sure that the 2 ends meet. Then you pick one bead and cross. So the left will enter the next bead on my left, and the right is going to do the same thing. Then you pick a bead and cross. Basically, this is how we are going to close the sides up, and so I would do the rest off camera. The only reason why we have this is to cover this part. You don't want this to be seen, and so if you use the one that is sewed, you are going to sew it here, so it's not going to be visible here, and you will not need this. Then you pick one bead and then you enter the one down. Then you pick another one and cross. So you move to the next stage, you enter the one on top with your left, and then you enter the one down with your right and add one bead again. So for the rest of the project, I'm going to, that is this part, I'm going to enter the one on top, one down, and then add. So I'm going to do that all round till I complete. I'm so grateful for your time, and I know you have learned 1 or 2 from this video. Give it a thumbs up, share, like, and give a comment. When you say a prayer, my dear, don't forget to say one for me. I leave you with the peace and the mercies of the Most High. Peace. Respond. Shalom. Bye-bye.